When you're considering moving to a new city, you want to know exactly what you're getting into. Of course, it isn't possible to know exactly what it will be like to live there until you finally do live there. But what is the next best thing? Well, it's me telling you. That is where I'm going to come in. Hi, I'm Alisha Collins with the Alisha Collins Real Estate Team. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that I have a lot to say about Casper, Wyoming and Wyoming because, well, it's my home after all, and I do love living here. And I've lived in Wyoming for over 40 years, and I've lived in Casper, Wyoming for almost 25 years. If you're considering moving to Wyoming, please let me help you out with a new perspective. Surprise, not everything is lovable about living in Casper, Wyoming. Stick with me for a 3-part series looking at different aspects of Wyoming: the great, the bad, and, well, the mostly okay. And remember, my team can help you find a home you will love in Casper, Wyoming, and in Wyoming in general. So make sure you reach out to us. Today I'm going to tell you all the ways Casper is great, and it's just the best place you could choose to live. So you're thinking of moving here and you want to know what's so great about living in Casper, Wyoming and Wyoming. Well, for starters, the people here are pretty great. Not only will you get to experience our small town friendliness, but you'll also get the live and let live attitude that also comes from living in Wyoming. Plus, did you know that Casper was ranked top on the list of most generous cities? I wasn't surprised at the time, and while that was a few years ago, the philanthropic spirit is alive and well in Casper. We constantly see examples of Casper's generosity, whether it is someone paying for groceries for the person in line ahead of them who can't find their credit card, or raising funds for paying off student lunch debt. There is almost always a story circulating about the generous nature of our citizens. If you're looking for a town where you are almost always guaranteed a good neighbor, then you're looking for the right place. I think another one of the great things about the people of Casper is that we are still a small town, so there really aren't that many people. And I always like to say that Casper is like a big town inside of a small town. Casper may be the second largest city in Wyoming, but that doesn't mean it's really a large city. The population of Casper itself is right around 59,000 people. But if you add in the surrounding areas and smaller nearby cities like Mills, Evansville, and Barnum, the metropolitan area, so to speak, is right around 75,000 people. Another benefit of having that small town charm is the access you have to many amazing small local businesses. Sometimes in the larger cities, it can feel like the local businesses get swallowed up, but not here in Casper. Sure, you will find a lot of them downtown, but you can find great small businesses in just about every corner of the city and in just about every industry. But don't think that all we have is small businesses. One of the other great things about living in Casper is that while we have small town charm, we also have some big city amenities, like access to some big box stores. Sure, we have Walmart, we actually have 2, but we also have JCPenney's, Kohl's, Marshall's, as well as Target, Ulta. Don't forget about Dick's Sporting Goods. We also have a couple of great hardware stores, including Home Depot and Menards, Sutherland's, and for you pet lovers, we also have both PetSmart and Petco, as well as Murdoch's Ranch Supply and Tractor Supply for those with slightly larger, bigger animals or non-traditional pets. And be sure to watch my other videos where I talk about small businesses that we do have, because I do think that small businesses are the heart of our communities. Something that might not hit your top 10 reasons to move somewhere, but I think it falls on the great things about Casper's list, is that we have some really great bars and breweries. Downtown, all within walking distance, is Blacktooth, The Office, and The Drinkery. The Office not only has great food like their pesto fries, but you'll also get some entertainment watching everyone sing karaoke too. The Drinkery always has craft cocktails and usually some great local live music. Blacktooth Brewery usually has a great lineup of food trucks too, when it's not too cold outside, like it is right now. I should have a coat on. There's also Backdoor Lounge that's on the west side of Casper, which the younger generation loves. Does that mean I'm part of the younger generation? Because I love to go there. Anyway, I'm more middle-aged, I think. And Mountain Hop's Brew House that I love working with and supports Casper. If that's not your choice for entertainment, never fear. Casper has outdoor activities to suit just about everyone. Running right through town, you will find the North Platte River, perfect for fishing or floating. There are 3 reservoirs within an hour of Casper. If you are looking for a different sort of water activity, you can find them at all 3. And I think you'll agree with me, it is pretty amazing. You can even surf in Wyoming. Of course, like many areas of Wyoming, there are a ton of hunting opportunities right outside your back door. Depending on the season, of course, there is everything from bird hunting to small game to trophy game hunting. Obviously, not in town, but there are definitely a ton of options for hunting near Casper. Part of enjoying the outdoor activities is the weather. And while the weather in Casper isn't necessarily perfect, I think one of the great things about the weather in Casper is that we have low humidity. Now, I know some people might like humidity, but I prefer the dry heat and cold that we get right here in Casper. So I'm including it on the great list. Another great thing about the weather in Casper is that we definitely do not get hurricanes. We get other types of weather, but I am glad to say there are no hurricanes. And while I can't say we never get earthquakes, earthquakes seldom happen here. And while a few do happen in the western part of the state, it is not common here in Casper, and that's pretty great in my book. There are a lot of good things about living here, but I want to make sure I include all the great things. So next up on that list is school of choice. When you are looking for a home, neighborhood is important, and in most places of the country, where you live dictates where your kids go to school. But that is not the case here in Casper. Instead of neighborhood schools, our school district policy offers school of choice. What that means is that no matter where you live in the Casper area, you can choose the school that best fits your child and your family's needs. Of course, as long as there is room in that school. When you decide to live somewhere, you probably need a job too. That is another great thing about Casper. There are a lot of jobs available in many different sectors. While education and healthcare are up there, so is banking. There are a lot of trade jobs available, ranging from construction to manufacturing, welding, and of course, the energy sector is still one of the top job opportunities in the area. So whether white collar or blue collar, Casper has great job opportunities. What happens once you get that job? Well, you can keep more of your hard-earned money. Leading to the last, but not least, thing on my great list about living in Casper. Wyoming has no state income tax. Sure, you will still have to pay that pesky federal income tax, but you won't have to pay state income tax on top of it. And I'd say that's pretty great. So, there you have it, my list of what makes Casper the greatest place to live. Stick around for the other parts of the series for more of what makes Casper better than okay. And in the meantime, if you'd like to talk to us about living in Casper, Wyoming, or anywhere in Wyoming, please reach out to me and my team. We would love to help you. We have time for you, and we love talking with all of you and answering all your questions. Remember, we want you to love where you live. See you soon. Sing karaoke. Did I say that right?
Karaoke.
Everyone, what is it?
Karaoke.
Karaoke. Watching everyone sing karaoke.
Karaoke.
You're going to have to put that at the end. Or maybe in the middle. Karaoke?
Yep.